First Contact and Mystery. The Crystalline Empire's flagship, Eternal Dawn, emerged from hyperspace at the edges of Sol system, its translucent hull refracting starlight in cascading patterns. Admiral Nerik stood on the bridge, her crystalline form vibrating with anticipation as she studied the unremarkable yellow star and its planets through compound eyes. Preliminary scans complete, Admiral, announced Science Director Vex, his crystalline appendages moving gracefully across holographic controls. Third planet shows signs of advanced civilization, but he hesitated, facets dimming in confusion. Proceed, Director. The planet appears completely automated. Massive infrastructure, advanced technology, but no biological signatures matching technological species parameters. Nyrix's crystalline structure pulsed with deep blues of concern. The Eternal Dawn had mapped thousands of worlds during the Great Survey, but never had they encountered anything like this. Their civilization, the oldest known in the galaxy, prided itself on its technological achievements. Yet the readings from this world suggested technology far beyond their understanding. Orbital defense grid detected, Vex reported. Highly sophisticated. It's adapting to our presence. Before Nerix could respond, a brilliant beam of light erupted from Earth's moon, engulfing the Eternal Dawn in a prismatic field. The crew braced for destruction, but instead, a message began transmitting directly into their crystalline neural networks. Welcome, children of the stars. If you're receiving this message, humanity's calculations were correct. You've achieved sufficient technological advancement to find us, and more importantly, you're now in danger. The message continued as the ship's systems projected a holographic figure, a human female in what appeared to be a military uniform. I am Admiral Sarah Chen, Earth Defense Command. What you're about to learn will challenge everything you believe about the universe. But first, you need to understand why we left. Nerix watched in fascination as the hologram displayed scenes of humanity's final days on Earth. They witnessed a civilization that had achieved technological miracles, only to discover something that terrified them enough to abandon their homeworld. The grid is transmitting technical data, Vex announced, his crystalline form flickering with excitement and fear. These energy signatures, impossible. They're drawing power from between dimensions. The human hologram nodded. Yes, what you're detecting is our quantum veil technology. We developed it when we discovered they were coming. The harvesters, as we call them, ancient entities that feed on civilizations reaching crucial technological thresholds. Images filled the bridge, massive, geometric shapes that seemed to fold through dimensions, consuming entire worlds. The crew watched in horror as advanced civilizations vanished without a trace. We had a choice. Admiral Chen's hologram continued. Fight and be consumed, or find another way. We chose to step sideways through reality, existing between moments of time. But before we left, we transformed Earth into a beacon, not to attract the harvesters, but to warn others and offer them a chance at survival. Nyrix's command crystal pulsed with decision. Can we verify these claims? Admiral, Vex's voice trembled. Long-range sensors are detecting multiple dimensional anomalies approaching crystalline space. The patterns, they match the human records perfectly. The hologram smiled sadly. You have approximately 6 months before they reach your core worlds. We've left everything you need. The technology, the calculations, the process we use to shift our entire civilization into the spaces between moments. The question is, will you follow our path? As if in response, the ship's sensors detected massive energy signatures emanating from Earth's surface. Cities began appearing and disappearing, flickering between states of existence. The crew watched in awe as humanity's greatest achievement revealed itself, an entire civilization existing out of phase with normal spacetime. Admiral, Vex whispered, the orbital grid is offering to upload their complete technological database, including the dimensional shift protocols. Nerix studied the hologram of Admiral Chen, seeing not a primitive species, but perhaps the most advanced civilization they'd ever encountered. The crystalline empire had always believed itself to be the pinnacle of evolution. Now they faced a choice: adapt to a new understanding of reality, or face extinction. "Begin the upload," Nerix commanded, "and send word to the Empire. Tell them humanity has shown us the spaces between stars, and our only hope lies in learning to dance between moments." As the eternal dawn began receiving humanity's legacy, more holograms appeared on the bridge. Billions of humans going about their lives in parallel dimensions, their civilization thriving in the spaces between seconds. They had not abandoned Earth, they had transcended it. And now they offered the crystalline empire a chance to do the same. The race against time had begun. The hidden truth. The eternal dawn descended through Earth's atmosphere, crystalline hull shimmering as it navigated the intricate dance of automated defense systems. Admiral Nerix led her research team personally, their crystalline forms refracting sunlight as they emerged onto the streets of a city humanity had called Singapore. "Remarkable," Science Director Vex breathed, his sensory crystals overwhelmed by the preservation field maintaining the city. "Everything's in perfect condition. The humans didn't just leave this as a museum. It's a working template of their civilization." The team moved through pristine streets where vehicles sat untouched, their quantum engines still humming with potential energy. Buildings stretched toward the sky, their surfaces flickering occasionally as they phased between dimensional states. But it was the research facility ahead that drew their attention, the Institute of Dimensional Sciences. Admiral, called Security Chief Lizara, her combat crystals pulsing with alert patterns. "We're detecting energy signatures similar to the orbital grid. The facility is waiting for us." As they approached the entrance, holographic projections sparked to life. Humans of various ages and specialties appeared, going about their work as if the facility was still active. But these weren't simple recordings. The holograms reacted to the crystalline team's presence, turning to observe them with intelligent curiosity. "Welcome to Project Lighthouse," announced a holographic woman, her lab coat bearing the name Dr. Maya Rodriguez. "We've been expecting you for approximately 247 years. Though I suspect for you, the wait felt considerably shorter." Nyrix's command crystal pulsed with authority. "You knew we would come. We calculated the probability of various civilizations discovering Earth. The crystalline empire showed particular promise. Your natural affinity for quantum mechanics made you ideal candidates for what comes next." The facility's doors opened, revealing laboratories filled with technology that simultaneously existed and didn't exist. Equations covered massive displays, describing physics that challenged everything the Empire believed about reality's fundamental nature. Humanity didn't just discover the harvesters. Dr. Rodriguez explained it as they moved deeper into the facility. "We discovered why they hunt advancing civilizations. The universe isn't just three-dimensional space plus time. It's a complex web of interconnected realities. When a civilization reaches a certain technological threshold, they naturally begin to affect multiple dimensional planes. The harvesters are like antibodies, eliminating civilizations before they can disrupt the multiverse's stability." "But you found another way," Vex realized, studying the equations with growing excitement. "Instead of fighting the multiverse's nature, we learned to work with it. The quantum veil doesn't just hide us. It transforms us into natural participants in multidimensional existence. We become part of the system instead of a threat to it." The hologram led them to a massive chamber where a device pulsed with energy that seemed to flow between realities. "This is a dimensional resonance engine, one of thousands we built across Earth. Together, they allowed us to shift our entire civilization into the spaces between conventional reality. We left these behind, calibrated specifically for crystalline-based life forms." Nerix absorbed the implications. "You didn't just leave us warnings and technology. You prepared everything we would need to follow your path." "Yes, but there's something else you need to understand." Dr. Rodriguez's hologram grew solemn. The harvesters aren't just coming for your civilization. They're evolving, learning to detect species earlier in their development. Without intervention, they'll eventually prevent any civilization from reaching the stars. Security Chief Lissara's battle crystals flared. Then we should fight them directly. That was our first instinct too. A new hologram appeared. A military officer named General Marcus Chen. But the harvesters exist simultaneously across multiple dimensions. Conventional warfare is meaningless against them. Our solution wasn't just about survival. It's about creating a network of civilizations existing in dimensional harmony, gradually reshaping the multiverse's fundamental laws. The facility's displays came alive, showing hundreds of potential civilizations approaching the critical threshold. The crystalline empire wasn't chosen randomly. They were meant to be the next link in a chain of species working to transform reality itself. Your molecular structure, Dr. Rodriguez continued, makes you uniquely suited to help stabilize the dimensional corridors we've established. Together, humanity and the crystalline empire could create pathways for other species to follow. But first, you need to survive. Nerix studied the facility's readouts, watching as the harvester's dimensional wake rippled ever closer to Empire space. They had less than 6 months to implement technology that humanity had spent decades perfecting. But they also had humanity's complete research, preparations specifically designed for their biology, and the accumulated knowledge of a civilization that had transformed itself into multidimensional beings. The real question, General Chen's hologram added, isn't whether you'll survive. It's what you'll help us build once you do. Humanity didn't hide. We evolved. Now we're offering you the chance to evolve with us. As if in response to his words, the dimensional resonance engine pulsed, and for a brief moment, the crystalline team glimpsed the true Earth, a vibrant, transformed world existing in the spaces between moments, where humanity continued to thrive and grow. They weren't looking at humanity's past. They were seeing their own future. Would you like me to continue with Part 3? The story is building toward humanity's larger plan while maintaining focus on the immediate challenge facing the crystalline empire. Racing against time. The crystalline empire's High Council chamber erupted in chaos as Admiral Nyric's report concluded. The massive crystalline spires that served as council seats vibrated with discord, their occupants' forms flickering between colors of fear, anger, and disbelief. Impossible, thundered Council Elder Zix, his ancient form pulsing deep crimson. You suggest we abandon our worlds based on warnings from a vanished species. The Empire has stood for millennia. Before Nerix could respond, Science Director Vex projected a new holographic display in the chamber center. This data was recorded 30 minutes ago at our outer monitoring station in the Helios sector. The display showed a massive geometric shape folding through space-time, leaving absolute darkness in its wake. 3 hours later, we lost all contact with the station and surrounding systems. Silence fell across the chamber. The Empire's leaders watched as more feeds showed similar shapes approaching from multiple vectors, each moving with terrible purpose toward their core worlds. The humans called them harvesters, Nerix continued, her crystalline form steady and resolute. And they were right about everything. Our long-range sensors confirm entities matching human records approaching from 17 different dimensional planes. Conservative estimates give us 5 months before they reach our primary systems. High Chancellor Lyra, her ancient crystal matrix glowing with wisdom accumulated over centuries, leaned forward. You've studied the human technology. Can it be adapted to our biology in time? It already has been, Vex responded, activating another hologram. This one showed the successful test of a dimensional resonance engine, specially modified for crystalline life forms. The humans spent decades preparing everything we'd need. The challenge isn't technical, it's logistical. We need to shift our entire civilization into dimensional parallel space. And what of our people? Asked Council Member Trix, her facets reflecting concern. How do we prepare billions for such a transformation? As if in answer, new holograms appeared. the human scientists they'd met on Earth. Dr. Rodriguez's image spoke first. Your people's crystalline nature actually makes the transition easier than it was for humanity. Your natural quantum resonance patterns are already partially in tune with dimensional frequencies. General Chen's hologram added, we've prepared detailed protocols for population preparation, including mental adaptation techniques and physiological adjustment procedures. Everything has been calibrated specifically for crystalline biology. But why? Demanded Elder Zix. Why would humans go to such lengths for a species they never met? The human holograms exchanged looks before Dr. Rodriguez answered. Because the harvesters aren't just a threat to individual civilizations. They're a fundamental flaw in the universe's design. Each species that successfully transitions creates new dimensional anchors, stabilizing the multiverse and creating safe spaces for future civilizations. We're not just running. We're rebuilding reality itself. Chancellor Lyra's form pulsed with decision patterns. Show me the implementation timeline. Nyrix and Vex projected a comprehensive plan. Phase 1 would begin with the Empire's outermost colonies, using their evacuation to refine the transition protocols. Core worlds would follow in carefully orchestrated waves, with the capital world transitioning last to maintain coordination. The humans left us thousands of dimensional resonance engines, Vex explained, each one capable of shifting a planetary population into parallel space. But the timing must be perfect. Too early, and we risk destabilizing our civilization. Too late. The chamber's displays showed another monitoring station going dark. We don't have time for doubt, Nyrix declared. Every moment we debate, the harvesters draw closer. Humanity gave us everything we need to survive, but we must act now. Chancellor Lyra rose, her crystalline form emanating authority. Begin the preparations. Tell our people. She paused, studying the images of approaching harvesters. Tell them the age of crystal is ending, and the age of quantum dawn is beginning. As the council chamber erupted in activity, Dr. Rodriguez's hologram smiled. Phase 1 of Project Lighthouse is proceeding as calculated. Humanity's great experiment continues. In the space between moments, on the Earth that both was and wasn't, billions of humans paused in their daily activities, aware that another civilization was about to join them in their transformed state of existence. The universe was about to become a little less empty, a little more stable, and significantly more interesting. The crystalline empire had 5 months to evolve beyond 3-dimensional space. The harvesters were coming, but this time, they would find only echoes and empty worlds, while life flourished in the spaces between their perceptions. The race to transcend reality had begun. Would you like me to continue with Part 4? The story is building toward the Empire's transformation, while revealing more about humanity's larger plan for reshaping the fundamental nature of existence. The Great Decision. The capital world of the crystalline empire shimmered with unprecedented activity. Dimensional resonance engines, gifts from long-vanished humanity, pulsed in harmony across the crystalline cities. Admiral Nyrix watched from the central control spire as another wave of citizens underwent quantum attunement, their crystalline forms briefly flickering between dimensional states. 3 months remaining. Science Director Vex reported, his usually steady form vibrating with tension. The outer colony's transition is proceeding according to schedule, but he projected a new hologram showing the harvesters' advance. 2 more monitoring stations had gone silent. They're moving faster than projected, Nyrix observed, her command crystal pulsing with concern. Yes, the human calculations didn't account for their acceleration. They're learning, adapting to our evacuation patterns. The chamber's displays suddenly shifted, showing a massive energy surge from Earth's direction. A new hologram materialized, not Dr. Rodriguez or General Chen, but a figure they hadn't seen before. Project Director Sarah Morrison, the human, introduced herself. We've been monitoring your progress. The harvesters are evolving more quickly than our original models predicted. You need to see something. The chamber filled with new data streams, real-time observations of the harvesters from Earth's quantum observatories. The geometric entities weren't just moving faster, they were changing shape, developing new ways to pierce the dimensional barriers. Humanity didn't just hide from them, Morrison explained. We've spent centuries studying them from our quantum parallel state. They're not mindless cosmic forces, they're intelligent, purposeful. And they recognize patterns. They're learning from our evacuation, Nerix realized. Each colony we shift teaches them more about the technology. Precisely, which is why we need to change the plan. Your people's crystalline nature offers possibilities that weren't available to humanity. We propose a synchronized mass transition, your entire civilization shifting simultaneously. Vex's analytical crystals flared. The power requirements would be astronomical. The risk of dimensional fracture would be less than the risk of continuing the gradual approach, Morrison interrupted. We've run the calculations. Your crystalline biology allows for quantum entanglement on a civilizational scale, something humanity could never achieve with our organic limitations. New equations filled the displays. Complex mathematical proofs showing how the Empire's naturally resonant crystal structures could create a unified quantum field. In theory, they could shift their entire species into parallel space in a single coordinated moment. Director Vex, a familiar voice called. Dr. Rodriguez's hologram appeared, her expression urgent. Your people's crystalline matrix isn't just compatible with our technology. It's the next evolutionary step. The dimensional resonance engines we left you aren't just tools for escape. They're components of something larger. The chamber's displays shifted again, showing the true nature of humanity's gift. Each engine was part of a vast, multidimensional lattice, designed to stabilize not just local spacetime, but the very fabric of the multiverse. The harvesters aren't just coming for you, Morrison explained. They're coming for what you could become. The crystalline civilization exists in perfect quantum harmony, something humanity spent centuries trying to achieve. Together, our species could reshape reality itself. Before Nerix could respond, emergency alerts flashed across all channels. The harvesters had breached the Empire's outer defense perimeter months ahead of schedule. They were adapting faster than anyone had predicted. We're out of time, Nerix declared. Director Morrison, transmit the synchronization protocols. Vex, begin civilizational quantum entanglement. Alert all worlds. We transition in 12 hours. As the Empire mobilized for its greatest evolution, the human holograms shared a knowing look. They're ready, Morrison said softly, just as we calculated centuries ago. Humanity reshapes the consciousness of reality, while the crystalline empire provides the structure. Perfect symmetry. Across thousands of worlds, billions of crystalline beings prepared for a transformation beyond anything they had imagined. They weren't just running from the harvesters. They were ascending to a new state of existence, becoming part of something far greater than their empire had ever been. In 12 hours, they would either evolve beyond three-dimensional spacetime or cease to exist entirely. The universe held its breath, while in the spaces between moments, humanity watched their greatest experiment approach its critical moment. Would you like me to continue with the final part? The story is building toward the simultaneous revelation of humanity's true plan and the Empire's transformation. Evolution or extinction. The final hour approached across the crystalline empire. Every world, ship, and station hummed with dimensional resonance engines at full power. In the capital's control spire, Admiral Nerix and Director Vex monitored the greatest coordinated action in their species' history. Quantum entanglement at 98.7% across all systems, Vex reported, his crystalline form vibrating in harmony with the vast energies building around them. Dimensional resonance fields are stable and synchronized. The harvesters were visible now, even to normal sight. Massive geometric shapes that twisted reality itself, approaching from multiple vectors. They moved with terrible purpose, faster than any previous records had shown, drawn by the unprecedented power signature of an entire civilization preparing to transcend. They know what we're attempting, Project Director Morrison's hologram observed. This is the moment of greatest vulnerability. Across every world, billions of crystalline beings pulsed in quantum harmony, their natural resonance patterns amplified by humanity's technology. The Empire wasn't just trying to hide. They were about to attempt something unprecedented in the history of the universe. 50 minutes to transition, Vex announced. But the harvesters will reach the outer systems in 40. Show me the real Earth, Nerix commanded suddenly. Not the preserved shell. Show us what humanity truly became. The chamber's displays shifted, and for the first time, the crystalline leaders saw the full truth. Earth existed in multiple states simultaneously, a quantum civilization thriving in the spaces between conventional reality. But it wasn't just a hidden world. It was a nexus, a foundational point in a new kind of universe that humanity had spent centuries building. Now you understand, Morrison smiled. The harvesters aren't the universe's immune system. They're its obsolete defense against evolution. Humanity didn't run from them. We transcended them, and we've spent centuries preparing the way for others to join us. 30 minutes, Vex reported. Harvester vessels entering outer system range. The geometric entities accelerated, perhaps sensing their prey was about to escape. But as they approached, something unprecedented happened. The quantum resonance pattern of the crystalline civilization began to affect them, creating interference patterns in their dimensional movement. Of course, Vex exclaimed, his analytical crystals pulsing with sudden understanding. Our crystalline structure, it's not just compatible with the quantum transition. It's affecting fundamental reality even before we shift. Morrison's hologram nodded. Your entire species exists in natural quantum harmony, something humanity spent centuries trying to artificially achieve. Together, our civilizations will do more than hide from the harvesters. We're going to change the rules they operate under. 10 minutes to transition, the automated systems announced. Quantum entanglement at 99.9%. The harvesters entered the inner systems, their presence distorting space-time. But instead of finding prey trying to escape, they encountered something new, a civilization ready to evolve beyond their reach. Now, Nerix commanded as the final countdown began. Across thousands of worlds, the dimensional resonance engines activated in perfect synchronization. The crystalline civilization, already pulsing in quantum harmony, began to shift not just between spaces, but between states of existence. The harvesters surged forward, but they were too late. In a single coordinated moment, the entire crystalline empire transcended conventional reality. But they didn't just disappear. They transformed, becoming living quantum structures existing across multiple dimensions simultaneously. When the energy pulse faded, the harvesters found only empty worlds. But in the spaces between moments, in the quantum realm where humanity had prepared the way, the crystalline empire emerged transformed. Their natural crystalline resonance, combined with human quantum technology, had created something entirely new, a hybrid civilization that could shape reality itself. Welcome, Morrison's hologram smiled, now visible across all quantum frequencies, to the next phase of universal evolution. In the quantum realm, the transformed crystalline beings discovered they weren't alone. Humanity had been building this new layer of reality for centuries, preparing for allies who could help them reshape the universe's fundamental laws. Together, they would create a reality where the harvesters weren't needed, because life itself would exist in harmony with the multiverse's deeper nature. The age of hiding was over. The age of transformation had begun. And somewhere in the spaces between conventional moments, the first human and crystalline children were born who would never know what it meant to exist in just 3 dimensions. They were the first citizens of a new kind of universe, one that their parents had risked everything to create. The experiment had succeeded. Evolution had won.